so much for stopping by. Pastor Zach here, and we have been going through Bible study, and I'm so excited because we are going to continue. And today, I'm going to be honest, it's something you're probably not really expecting me to talk about. We talked a little bit about the Bible, what the Bible is, how to read it a little bit. We got into Bible study a little bit. And we're getting to that spot where I really want to start helping you understand how to use some of the helps that are available to you. A lot of people have put a lot of time into study, a lot of time into learning more about the original context of the audience and the authors of the Bible, which, if you've been paying attention, you know is important because that's what's going to help us understand what the text means so that we can then understand how to apply the text to our lives, right? And so along this journey, I'm going to start recommending some helps. And there's going to be some of them you're going to say, you know what, look, love to really dive into this and get a look at this help, get a better idea for it, get a better feel for it. And what I want to do is I want to show you what's available to you so you know before you start reaching out, grabbing those resources, what's available for you in print and what's available for you in digital format. For most of you, I'm going to recommend, unless you want, like I currently have, like 7 bookshelves full of books under the TV stand, and I've got books on top of the dresser, and I've got books that are stashed in every nook and cranny of my house, right? And the reason is because a lot of these volumes take up a lot of space. The books that you're going to be wanting to look into getting, some of them are smaller ones, some of them are shorter ones. But if you're looking at like full commentary series and that kind of thing, it can really start to eat up a lot of room, right? And we live in this great time where you can get pretty much anything available in digital format, right? And so what I wanted to do was express to you, look, everything that you want is available in print if you want print. If you have empty bookshelves that you just have to fill and you can't figure out what to use, commentaries work great. They work wonderful. Load them right on up there and you'll do great. If, like myself, your wife is like, we have got to make room. We do not have room for another book. Whenever I say, let's go to the bookstore, she cringes. And so if that's your case and what you want is maybe just a couple references available in print format, great. But there's a lot of great digital resources available to you. Now, if you're new, you might jump out and say, look, the best thing, just get Amazon Kindle, right? Because Amazon Kindle is available. And that's good for some resources, but I'm going to recommend some other options to you because if you start looking, you'll find out that there's a lot of Bible software out there. There's programs that live online that you subscribe to. There's programs that that live on your computer that are actual programs running on your computer that you buy resources or subscriptions. And you start looking at this stuff and it becomes overwhelming because there's a lot of different places that are offering it, and if you don't know what you need and you're looking through lists of resources and they try to sum things up, it just makes it complicated. So my goal today is to make life less complicated for you. So if you would like to figure out what the best avenue is to purchase these resources, this is going to be the video for you. Now here's the reason why we're doing this video right now, because as we continue on, I'm going to start going through all the resources. So as I start going through all the resources, you're going to start picking up on certain ones. You're going to say, look, I got to have one of those, I got to have one of these, whatever it is. And I want you to understand how you can acquire that so that as you start building a little bit of a library, you can definitely do that in the best way that suits you. Throughout this entire process, I'm going to warn you, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to say I will make my recommendations of what I think, but what I think is most important is that I just give you the information, then you can make the best decision for you, right? You can make the best decision based on the information available and kind of go from there. And I want to do that through this whole series. You shouldn't necessarily read and study the Bible the exact same way I do because I'm a different person, right? And there's a lot of art in this. It's not all science. Reading the Bible is not all science. It's a lot of art. And so what I mean by that is there's a lot of areas, there's a lot of different resources out there, and one person couldn't possibly study everything that's available, and people have different questions when they go to certain verses and different things that they want to gather from different passages. And so the best thing I can do for you, instead of just teaching you one general way to read the Bible, is to teach you principles that you can take and you can kind of bring into your own personal study of Scripture and apply as need be. And so let's jump right into it, okay? So obviously, pretty much everything that I recommend to you is available in some sort of print format, right? You can go to Amazon. A lot of the stuff I'm linking to Amazon. If you buy it from Amazon, I appreciate you buying it from my link. It's an associate link, so I get a little bit of a kickback, but from Amazon, not necessarily any publishers or anything like that. If you click through my link, if you're going to buy it on Amazon, I'd appreciate it. But I'm not just here to make money. I'm here to help you learn how to read the Bible, and so not every best solution for you is going to be necessarily available on Amazon. It's going to be available in different resources, different areas, and so today that's what we're talking about is how do you pick out where you're going to buy what, where it's going to live, that kind of thing, when there's so many online resources, so many digital resources that are available. There's a couple things I recommend having in hand, right? One of those things that I recommend having in hand is at least one copy of the Bible, preferably a study Bible, right? Because most people, especially if you have a desk job and you're looking at a computer screen all day, every day, you don't want to come home and necessarily pull out your phone or pull out your tablet or pull out your laptop or your desktop and start reading through the Bible. If you do, then great. Get that resource online. Get it available wherever. And here's what I recommend. The two Bible studies that I've been recommending pretty regularly are the Zondervan Study Bible and the NIV Zondervan Study Bible. It's the new one. It's the white one as opposed to the blue one, which is the Zondervan NIV Study Bible. Did I get that right? Yeah. The new one is the NIV Zondervan Study Bible. Either way, I'm going to put a link down below so you can make sure you get the right one. Either one, they're both pretty good, but the new one, I really like the new one. They kind of, in my humble opinion, ripped off the ESV, but I'm okay with that because they're both really good resources. The ESV one, the ESV Study Bible, there is really only one, unless you get like the Student Bible or the Teen Bible or the moms or dads or something like that. If you just get something that says the ESV Study Bible or ESV Study Bible, only those words, then you got the right one, right? So those are the two that I've been talking about the most. Now here's the nice part about getting that in print. You get it in print, at least when I got my ESV and when I recently got my NIV. Both of those, when I got them, came with free online links to the Study Bible, which is pretty cool because then if you do want to use that resource online, you can use it online, okay? ESV has their own online service. It's the ESV.org service. We're going to talk about that in just a second. And that's where that Study Bible lives. If you get the free version, you don't really get to pick where it goes. It goes on their system. And then the NIV Zondervan Study Bible, there's you get to pull into either Olive Tree, which we're going to talk about in a bit, or you get to pull it into Bible Gateway. Okay, they're both they're two different platforms. We're going to talk about them, the differences, but they're both owned by a larger publisher. And so those are the print resources I'm going to recommend you have, a Bible, something like that, especially if you like reading. If you just absolutely hate having physical books and you want everything available online and only online, and you don't want to own anything in print, then have at it. You can absolutely get any of these resources as online resources, and there's a few different ways to do that. So, first thing we're going to talk about is the two different paths that you can go for online resources. The two different paths that you can go for online resources is to get something that is either lives pretty much online, is a subscription service that lives online, or one that is a downloadable program that you can run off your computer. You might say to me, Zach, that doesn't seem like that much of a difference, but it is. It is a little bit of a difference. There's some resources, and let me explain that for you, okay? So the first thing that I'm going to share with you is that lives online thing. A lot of these services are actually free, and you might have seen in my previous videos I showed you how I used multiple free online resources to help me study. Right? I went to ESV.org. I was reading through, especially if you have the ESV Study Bible, you get free access to the Study Bible, or at least I did when I got mine, and or you can go through a subscription service we'll talk about in just a second to get some more study helps that I was looking through there, or you're starting off with Bible Gateway. And Bible Gateway is it's a bunch of online different translations. It's a very, very helpful thing if you're trying to read multiple translations to see what the different translations see. And when it comes to study helps, probably the website I found that has the most free study helps is Blue Letter Bible. Now, Blue Letter Bible is not necessarily the easiest navigation in the whole wide world. Once you kind of get the hang of it, you kind of get it, you get the understanding, you can navigate a little bit, but even still, sometimes I'm trying to find a certain word or something like that, and I'm really having to click through things and find things. It's not necessarily the easiest in the world. Now, when you're going through and looking at and you want a free resource, that's great. You can use those resources for free, right? And I'll include a list of these down in the notes so you can follow them and you can check them out. But if you want some free resources, ESV is going to have the ESV translation. You'll also find that on Bible Gateway, I believe. It's available right there. You can go to Bible Gateway and you'll get multiple translations, so you can kind of read through what the different translations do. And there's also an interlinear on there. There's Mounts as interlinear. I like Mounts. So pretty much any Mounts helps that are Greek or Hebrew, I'm pretty good with. Mounts is interlinear is available on Bible Gateway for free, and that's a really cool tool because what it does is it tries to match up an English word with the Greek word. If you want to find out what the Greek words are, as we talk about Greek study, we'll talk a little bit about that, how to use some of the helps. I'm not going to teach you Greek because I don't even know it that well myself, but I can help you understand the tools that are available for you to help you understand what the original words mean. Now, if you go over to, it'll tell you what the word is on Bible Gateway, but it's not going to tell you what the word means, which may be of value. That's what you're going to get if you go over to Blue Letter Bible. Blue Letter Bible also has multiple translations, and you can grab one verse. What I find is Blue Letter Bible is a little more cumbersome when you're dealing with a larger passage. Bible Gateway handles it a lot better. It's a lot easier to navigate a larger passage. But once you get down to one verse and you're trying to understand what that verse says, I usually take that verse over to, if I'm just using the free study helps, I take it over to Blue Letter Bible. You can pretty much use it from any computer because you just go to the Blue Letter Bible website and type in the verse that you want to look up, and then you can kind of click through. You can pay a little bit of money monthly, and if you do that, you can actually get resources that are a little bit nicer, okay? Now, ESV, my two favorites that I'm going to throw out here are going to be ESV.org, their subscriptions service, as well as the Bible Gateway paid subscription, okay? The nice thing about these is they are wildly inexpensive, okay? So if you're trying to tool around on Bible Gateway and you want to get some more resources, or if you want some more resources to go along with the ESV Study Bible app, the ESV.org study app through their website, you can buy a subscription. Now, on the ESV side, the ESV subscription is going to give you access to, they've got a couple different levels. For free, you get the actual translation, just the ESV translation. You can take notes, that kind of thing, as you go through. And then you can pay for some help. So for a small monthly fee, it's like $3 a month, you can get access to all of their study Bibles that they have available in the subscription series. Now, you just select the study Bible. As you're reading through the text, the study Bible updates where you are in the text and just shows you what's available. You can select whatever study Bible that you want to use. There's a couple different options, which is very nice. They also have a slightly higher end subscription. The slightly higher end subscription is about $4 a month. If you pay for the year, it's $40. You also get access to a commentary. Now, the commentary is the Preaching the Word commentary series. I like it. It's a very good, very solid commentary series going through the entire Bible. It's very user-friendly for somebody that's new, that doesn't want to get bogged down into a lot of the talk that's over your head. And that's one of the problems with a lot of the Bible commentaries, is a lot of times you can get into conversations that are so far above your head that you're having a hard time studying it. Some of them are written to people who have been studying the Bible their entire lives and are having conversations the average person is not trying to work through this passage. And so if you're anything like me, sometimes I'm reading these commentaries, it's just too much. And so I'll talk more about picking out a specific commentary, but this is a nice one that's included with the ESV.org subscription if you pay the $4 a month or $40 a year. Now that by itself is on Olive Tree, which we'll go over later. It's about $550 for that commentary alone. Without, you're going to pay $550 for the commentary. I think probably about $30 or $40 for the ESV study Bible if you want that as well on Olive Tree. And so we'll go over what that is later on, but just to let you know, that is a pretty considerable value. That commentary that normally sells like in the ballpark of $700. You can get it usually about as cheap as about $550, $600. But for $40 a year, that makes it very attainable, especially if, you might start off liking that. You might make it through a good chunk of the Bible and you might decide, look, I want to try something else. I want to check something else out. Now, there's something similar that's through Bible Gateway. Bible Gateways is a little bit different. They have a lot more resources that are available, and it's $4 a month, $3.99 a month, and so, but with that you get a dictionary, which is nice. You get a couple dictionaries. You get a couple different which explain the words a little bit better for you. You're going to get more language help, that kind of thing. Now the ESV subscription, for a small fee, you can actually pay to get the Greek helps added in. You can get a bundle that has the Greek apps and the Hebrew apps to help you understand those languages if you really want to get into those. And that's something you can space out if you want. You can, get it whenever you want to. That resource is not a monthly fee on the ESV.org one. That's a one-time fee, and you get those apps as part of your system included. Now the Bible Gateway one comes with, for $4 a month, you're not going to get an in-depth commentary, but you'll get like an abridged commentary, right? So it's a shortened commentary. In my experiences, the commentaries that are available on Bible Gateway on the paid service are pretty much like the Bible study notes, pretty close. To me, there's not a whole lot of difference there, a whole lot of additional help that you're getting, but it does have a lot of really beneficial things. And something that I want to add in here is, I'm not being paid by any of these people. I don't care if you buy any of their products. I just want you to know what's available. At the time of this recording, none of these places I'm mentioning, none of them are sponsors. I have an Amazon affiliates link, so I get a little bit of Amazon money if you buy something through my Amazon store. But as you see, right now, I'm completely killing all of that income by telling you to go somewhere else to get those resources. If I was really hedging all my bets on getting money from Amazon, I wouldn't even do this video. I'd be like, buy it all through my links, please. But I don't care about that. I want you to know how to study. That's what's most important to me. Now, in full disclosure, ESV does not sponsor anything. They've given me free product to give away as giveaways as contests. Now, it's not, there's no strings attached to that. There's nothing. They didn't ask me to promise anything. They didn't ask me for anything. They just agreed to provide some free subscriptions for people to be able to enter into contests and check it out. Now, with all of that said, obviously, I'm talking to you about Bible Gateway, who's their competition, right? So, and I have good things to say about Bible Gateway. So, Bible Gateway does come with some good things, maps, a lot more, maybe dictionary help, that kind of thing. I was very excited because they had a Bible handbook on there, but it seems like that Bible handbook is really just helping you go through the books. It's not any outside information, which to me was a little disappointing. I haven't figured out, and it's cumbersome. The Bible Gateway is a little cumbersome to navigate. You really kind of have to do it. If you have the Bible Gateway app on the iPhone, you can't use any of it on the app. You have to go to the website on your phone. If you have an Android app, the Android app it works on. But I don't know how well it works. I have an iPhone, so I don't know how it works. I know that it's a little more cumbersome to use all that stuff. And all these places that have apps, the apps are much more cumbersome to use. So we're really just talking about what's available on the computer because that's really what's most accessible to you. I like ESV probably the most on the phone, but they're really pretty much all about the same product once you get them on the phone. And so there's definitely the ESV. There's the Bible Gateway. Bible Gateway has a bunch of different resources that are available. I'm going to link to both of those resources in the notes, so you can go check them out, get any free trials that you want to try, sign up and see how you like it, right? And so, and both of them have free, you can log in for free and get certain resources for free, but you're definitely going to get more if you pay for it. Now, you might ask yourself the question about what's the benefit? What's the benefit of using one of these? And the next one that I'm going to talk about is the program that lives on your computer. Why use this as opposed to getting something on Amazon Kindle where you would get paid for it, right, Zach? Well, here's why it's beneficial. So when you get an ebook through Amazon, of course, most all of them you can copy, you can paste, that kind of thing on certain books or whatever. You can navigate them. All of these resources are meant to work alongside your study. Meaning, if you get something on Kindle, you're going to have to, and it may not be a big deal for you. And this is why, here's the information. You decide what's best for you. You may say, look, Zach, I'm going to get a study Bible, and I want a couple of helps on the Kindle, and when I need them, I'm going to reference them. Fine, great. But if you want to be reading the text and maybe have a couple translations open and then open something in addition, you're going to have all of these pages open and all these windows open, and Kindle's a great product, but it doesn't go in tandem. A lot of these resources are meant to help the information sync, so you're not spending all your time searching down and tracking down the information. That's the purpose of having these resources. And so the next one we're going to talk about is the resources that live on your computer here. Okay. Now there's really probably three bigger players that I'm going to consider here. One I'm going to give you the name of, and I don't know that we're really going to get into it. One of them, the name is Accordance, and I don't really know that Accordance is big enough a player for us to really get into, and they're very similar to the system from Accordance is very similar to Logos. So we're going to talk about Logos, and that way you can get a little bit better of an idea as to what's available for you. Okay, and I'm going to link to Logos. I'm going to link to Olive Tree. Those are two of the big ones. Bible Gateway, Olive Tree, owned by the same company, and the difference about a program like Logos or a program like Olive Tree is that these are actually programs that live on your computer, and they're meant for you to buy the resources in the program, and then as you're reading through, you can actually get a lot more information that you can get added in, that kind of thing. Now, I have my favorites, and I'm going to tell you what they are. We're definitely going to do that. But here's what I think. What I think is that when it comes down to Logos and it comes down to Olive Tree for your best bet, I usually recommend people that are just looking to get into studying their Bible. For, you're an average person. You're not a Bible scholar, right? If you're not trying to be a Bible scholar, you're not trying to, you may occasionally preach at your church or something like that, or lead a Sunday school group, or for your personal study, I'm going to recommend that you not go with Logos. And people who are big, Logos has its big supporters, and they're going to really give me trouble here. But here's my concern. My concern is that Logos is really set up for people that are really maybe going through seminary, people who want to be professional Bible teachers, people who want to be really invested deep into a lot of word studies, sermon illustrations, that kind of thing. And here's the reason for it. Okay, so when you have these online, or you have these programs that live on your computer, so the actual program that you're purchasing, and you're looking like Olive Tree, or you're looking at Logos. Logos, their main model is they offer you either, and they've been trying to do like the monthly fee thing or a program that you buy, they curate for you resources, okay? Until you get to a certain price point, I don't think those resources are the best use of your money. I think those resources are, and this is me, this is just my assumption. Those resources are meant to get you to buy different resources. I don't know that that's there. And the other thing that scares me about it is Logos all the time holds all these, like you pay for this conference to go learn how to use the program, right? And so it's just, it's a bit of a it makes study easy if you know how to use the program and stuff. It just is, it's something that I think is not for the average person. If they have questions for me, I will answer them, because I would love to see them come out with a program that has curated content that's saving you money. Like, I think the Bible Gateway and the ESV subscriptions are saving you money. I really do. You know what I mean? Especially if you're going to use them for a few months and kind of see what kind of helps you like using, what you don't think is helpful, that kind of thing. I really think that that's going to be something that you're going to have to, it's really great. Like the other day, so I'm reading through Bible Gateway. This is on the side, but you're getting it for free, right? I'm reading on Bible Gateway, and they have, I'm reading through different books of the Bible. I'm really trying to get a good sense of it so I can tell you a little bit more about it. And they have How to Read the Bible Book by Book by Gordon Fee. Somebody else co-wrote it with him. But great, it's a great book. It's a great resource. But something that I really like is you jump into, let's say you're going to jump into Colossians, like we will at the end of this video series. We're going to jump into Colossians a little bit. It will actually say to you, here's some things to be looking for. As you're studying through the book, that's a resource that says that. That's a great resource. You go buy that from Amazon, it might be $10, $15. It's included in your monthly fee that you're paying for the going through Bible Gateway. That's a great thing. Now, there are a lot of resources that are available on Logos, but I don't think that they're really maybe the best fit for you. And Olive Tree does the same thing where they offer that kind of thing. It's maybe not their primary sell for you, and I don't even really like the Olive Tree pre-made sets. I'm just not a huge fan. I'm not convinced, right? So here's what I'd recommend for you, okay? If you're wanting to go down this path where you get a program that lives on your computer, I really think the best for you is Olive Tree, okay? And I want to show you a little bit of how I would curate something for Olive Tree, just to give you a feel, okay? There's a couple different things that you might use to really start getting yourself into studying more about the history of the Bible, different resources just to get you started, okay? Now, And here's a good question to always ask, and we're going to talk about this when we go into how to pick out your resources. We're going to talk about this, but the big question to ask when you're buying new resources is this going to be more helpful than my study Bible, right? Or is this just like the same material I'm getting from my study Bible, maybe reworded in a different way? Okay, and so here's what I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you kind of an overview. I went through, at the time of this recording, I went through and priced out some of the resources from Olive Tree. Now, I figure if you go to Olive Tree, you can download a base version of Olive Tree and a base version of Logos for free. Okay, that's something that you have available to you for free. You can go and download those, check them out, see what you like. You might really like Logos, and here's my concern is, we'll get to that in a second. But when you're going through that Olive Tree, a study Bible, okay, so like the NIV's Zondervan or the ESV Study Bible, you're going to spend about $30 or $40 for one of those on that program if you want to have it right on the program. And this is all about convenience. It's about being able to navigate easily, and that is something that is definitely worth money. If you're doing a lot of this and you're trying to work your way through, saving yourself that time is worth the money. Next thing, NIV and ESV translations are available for free. For $10, $20 if there's another translation you want. You can get the King James, New King James for free, I believe, on there. You can also get a couple other translations for free if you wanted to pay for something else. It's pretty early on. Some of my favorites, I really like the NIV. I really like the ESV. I like, obviously, the Christian Standard Bible. It's pretty early on for that translation. That may be coming out for free. I don't even know if you can. I think you can buy it. It's like $30, $20, something like that. And so, you're not spending a lot of money on translations. Haley's Bible Handbook, if you want to get a handbook to give you a little bit more of an idea of how to work your way through the Bible, and what you get from your study Bible may be enough. You may not even need this, but it's $16. It's not a very expensive resource on there. And then Mounce's Bible Dictionary. Mounce's Bible Dictionary is a great one. It teaches you some of the words that you're coming into, what you're looking at. You might even be looking for a concordance. You can get one of those relatively cheap, but that's not included in this app. I just figured on the Bible Dictionary. And then if you want to get a basic Bible commentary, so this is like Warren Wiersbe's B series is a pretty good, just introductory level one, and the Bible Knowledge Commentary is a good one, or Moody makes a pretty good commentary, and those average in the $40 to $60 range, but they're going to go through every book, right? So you can get those resources that are available to you if you get the whole series all in one fell swoop, about $40 or $60. If you could get something a little bit nicer as far as the commentary, and we're going to talk about that when we get to commentaries, how to pick one out. But if you could get something a little bit nicer, I'd recommend it. Preaching the Word, obviously, like I said, is on Olive Tree for $5.50. That may be outside your reach. Or the new NIV application commentary is on there for about $4.50. That's a pretty good one as well. Those are some good resources for you that you could use. And so that would jump it up a little bit. But if you just want a basic commentary to get you going from point A to point B, you're talking about $150 so far. You know, less than $200, you get yourself you can get a really nice concordance if you want one that's a little bit nicer than what you're going to get with the you're going to be able to get a concordance for maybe $20. And you're talking right now about resources averaging $20 to $40 for basic resources. We got a nice concordance, and then if you want to get like Strong's numbers, we're going to go through that, which is just annotating the Greek word with the word in the translation. You're talking about $30. That's a really helpful resource, but we're still talking about less than $200 to get you into a basic suite that's going to be great for getting you really into learning about how to use the Bible and how to read the Bible outside of any other helps. You're talking about $150, $200. Now, if you go over and pay $200 for a pre-curated group of text from Logos, you're not going to get necessarily the resources that are going to be most helpful for you, unfortunately. I think they include like a book on theology. They include Ryerie's book on theology, which is a great book. Wonderful book on theology. But I don't know that it's going to help you. It's going to help you learn theology, and it'll help you learn how to apply verses to theology. But I don't know how that's going to help you as you're reading through, unless you get to a topic and you want to go over and see what the rest of the book says about that. But it's not any of these basic resources I'm telling you about. You're going to get, some resources, and you can check out the free one. They've got some free resources on the free one. You can kind of go through and see what they have. I just don't think your money's going to go quite as far, quite as well. And with Optree, you can kind of pace it out as you go. You can start off, you can get the free program, and you can say, you know what, this month I'm going to spend $40. I'm going to get the NIV and the ESV for free. I'm going to get the study Bible. And then next month, I'm going to get Mounce's Bible Dictionary for $30. I'll put another $30 into it. And now you have it forever. You have it on your computer forever. It's yours. You bought it. No monthly fee, anything like that. Okay? Now, with that said, if you're trying to figure out what these resources are, it might be helpful for you to get something like Bible Gateway free for 30 days and see what resources you like. See what you like before you take it for a test drive, before you go out and purchase it. Absolutely. A lot of the stuff you can go and you can view and see what's available on it as you're going through. But here's the last thing I really want to say to you as we're talking about this, is we really haven't jumped into how to pick out good helps. I wanted to give you this information now, so as we talk about picking out good helps, I'm not asking you to run out and buy something today. Don't. We're going to talk about helps. As we're talking about helps, think about the resources you want, and you can start looking at some of these things, and you can jump in and maybe grab something to test out, maybe try something out for a month and see how it goes. But starting next week, we're really going to get into how to pick out helps that are going to help you. We're going to start doing in-depth videos on how to use these resources the best if you've never used them before, just to give you an idea how to jump in there. So, please, definitely be ready for more on how to pick that out. Don't get stressed out and overwhelmed by everything that's available. I know this is a lot of information even that we went through, and you're looking at me and you're saying, Zach, I don't know what's in I don't even know what's in any of these helps, what they are. That's okay. I just want to let you know what's available to you. So as we start talking about those, as you start learning what those are, you can start purchasing them in the right way. If I gave you all the resources and you start buying them, and then at the end of it I said, oh, by the way, here's what's available to you, you might really struggle with that, So I'm definitely going to recommend, if you're going through this series and you don't want to spend money, that's fine. Use Bible Gateway, use Blue Letter Bible for free to at least have an idea as to what you're reading, get some of the helps, okay? If you want to spend money for very little money, you can get a lot of help. A lot of help really getting you into something that you're really going to enjoy, right? And so I'd recommend that if you can, the ESV subscription, I really like. The Bible Gateway subscription is a good subscription. I think it's a little bit more cumbersome. I personally like ESV. The ESV helps. I still use it with the free version of Blue Letter, I apologize, with the free version of Bible Gateway. And I'm reading through. I'm enjoying Bible Gateway. To be honest with you, if you use the two of those in tandem, you wouldn't necessarily have to because you have study Bibles available. But I like the commentary. I like the commentary that comes with the ESV one. Call me crazy. I think that's worth $40 a year to have access to, and unless you find something that you like a lot more. Now, as you're going through, we'll go through commentaries. Don't worry about that. But if you want something general just to jump into, get a good idea, I think you got plenty of opportunities that are available for you. And keep your eye out, because here's the thing. If you're following this with us live, I have only given away one subscription to the ESV subscriptions. Okay? I'm going to be doing another one. So if you want that for free, definitely, please watch out for the new contests we're going to be doing. Should be 2 more contests coming up, giving away a couple more subscriptions to the ESV subscriptions, and that would be something definitely to look out for. So be aware. Check us out on Facebook. If you like the video, like the video. If you like the channel, subscribe, please. If you're jumping in midstream, go on back to the beginning. Jump in and watch a couple more videos to find out how to read the Bible. And I'll link all of that in the notes here for you so you have access to all of it. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. And that's all we have for you today. Next week, come back because we are going to jump into the study helps and you're going to be excited about that. What to buy, and now that you know where to buy it, what to buy and how to use it. Very good. Have a great day.